sharing with you our float trip down the Snake River near Thousand Springs State Park. This stretch of river is located between Buell and Hagerman, Idaho, and boasts beautiful waterfalls, calm water, and a crystal clear view of the river bottom in many stretches of the float. Probably most famous in this area is beautiful Blue Heart Springs, which is a quaint little cove right off the river that bubbles up into clear Caribbean blue water. We've had this float trip on our bucket list for a long time, but as we were researching our trip, we realized that there really wasn't a lot of information available. So in this video, we'll tell you where we put in, where we got out, and everything you need to know along the way. Here is a map so you can conceptualize where we started and ended. We camped at Banbury Hot Springs, which gave us perfect access to launch our canoe and paddle boards. If you are not camping at Banbury, you may need permission to access the ramp. By the way, we will be posting a Banbury campground video, so make sure to check that out as well. As you can see from the map, this float takes you north up the Snake River. You'll start at Banbury, float past Box Canyon, and to Blue Heart Springs. After stopping at Blue Heart, you'll continue paddling up to Ritter Island. Loop through Ritter Island from the northern access point and then back to Thousand Springs where you'll get out. We think the float is about 5 miles and it took us around 5 hours, though we did make a few stops along the way.
You're turning.
You're crazy. You doing all right? Okay.
Here we're coming up on the Box Canyon outlet. The springs in Box Canyon flow at 180,000 gallons per minute, making it the 11th largest spring in the nation. We hiked Box Canyon and it is so beautiful. We'll be posting a video soon to share with you guys, so make sure to check our channel out for that one.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Kaylee, look at that. That is so cool. You guys see that blue water? That's so cool.
Find a spot where it's bubbling.
Blue Heart Springs definitely stands a stark contrast to the muddy Snake River that flows next to it. Its bubbling, natural spring water is a breathtaking aqua blue. It's believed that Blue Heart Springs was carved out by a whirlpool during the Bonneville flood approximately 15,000 years ago. It may look like the Caribbean, but the water temperature at a cool 58 degrees might just take your breath away when you jump in. This area is only accessible by watercraft, well, unless you want to attempt the steep, rocky hike down, which makes this remote little cove that much more memorable. After leaving Blue Heart, we ventured on the longest stretch of the float. It's a couple miles before you reach Ritter Island, and even though our kids are used to adventuring, they definitely started to get a little tired from paddling and also very hungry for lunch. So keep that in mind if you have small children. It may also be a good idea to keep snacks on hand as well as drinking water. Oh, and lots of sunscreen.
Okay, so we are coming up on Ritter Island. This is the south side of the island. We're still going strong. Jay, how you doing? Tired? Hungry? How you doing? Your feet hurt? They jumped in. They're a little frozen. Are you guys surviving? You surviving, Ty? Alright, so we are going to be paddling around the island to go see the waterfall.
So I decided to turn the audio off here because it got really windy, but we were coming up on the big waterfall and noticed that it was turned off. At this point, we really weren't sure which way we wanted to go around Ritter Island, so first we tried the south side. As you'll see, we will quickly change our minds.
Ooh, and now the water is crystal clear. It was pretty murky. Look at the water, guys. See if you see any fish. And we are coming up on the waterfalls. All right, we decided to turn back around and go through the other side of the island. It's not super strong, but we decided we didn't want to paddle against it. So we're just going to go around the other side. All right, so we hear the waterfall, which means we're coming around to the other side of the island. And I'm glad we decided to go this way because otherwise we would have a long way to paddle back to our truck, which is at Thousand Springs. All right, we are making it around the corner, guys. We made it. Here we go.
Wait, I think it's the next one. Oh, I'm serious. There's two. Hold on.
Are you serious right now? Just kidding, guys. We did not make it to Ritter Island.
Hold on a second.
So just kidding again, this is the right way to go. So look for those little waterfalls against the side, and that is the turn to get to Ritter Island. Luckily, Josh screenshotted the map on his phone, so we knew we were going the right way. Holy moly, guys, we have almost made it. I'm pretty sure we're sunburnt. Our arms are very tired, but it is beautiful.
Oh, look at these flowers under the water.
I didn't think one.
Smells good. It smells like flowers. What's this? Your fin getting caught in the flowers?
What?
What's this too? Oh, hey, there's a picnic table right there. How about right here?
We found a picnic table, so we are going to stop to eat.
Ritter Island is home to one of the last remaining natural springs in the Thousand Springs State Park, Minnie Miller Springs, which just happened to be right across from where we stopped to picnic. These springs are named after a Salt Lake businesswoman who built a successful dairy farm on Ritter Island in the early 1900s. Minnie's barn is preserved on the island today and is available for the public to view. I think our favorite part of these springs is the journey behind them. The water is believed to begin near craters of the moon, almost 100 miles away, and stays underground for what they believe is around 200 years. It remains underground until it flows out as waterfalls out of the canyon walls of the Middle Snake River. The water is crystal clear and pure, which results in the beautiful springs you'll see here.
we are coming back the other side of the island, which we originally wanted to come down, and I'm glad we didn't try because it is a little bit of swift current to go on paddle boards at least.
Honey, is that an eagle?
I don't know.
That's about eagle.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful.
An eagle in the sky?
I'm so good. But as I said, I'm always in the lab.
So it looks like a little eagle's nest up there, and we just saw a little one poke its head out, but we don't see him anymore. It's super cool though. So we just have to cross the river and go back to our truck, which we left at Thousand Springs.
If you have some extra time, stop by and visit Lemon Falls. These are the waterfalls you'll see near the end of the float trip as you're looping back through Ritter Island. If you don't get a chance to stop by on your float, you can drive to them like we did. To get there, take Highway 30, the Thousand Springs Scenic Byway. Park at the Ritter Island parking lot before the bridge and follow the dirt path back to the base of the falls. If you don't mind the rocky walk up, you can get right next to the waterfall or even dip your head in like we did. Just be warned, you will get soaked.